Hello my friends, this is Joe Kovach, owner-operator of the Clear Desire Coaching, and I'm here to share with you today an accomplishment that I completed just 1 week ago from this very day. And I'm so excited that I've done this that I want to share with you the way that I did get to the point where I took it from a dream all the way through to reality. But first I'm going to start with asking you a question. Do you have a dream? Now pay attention to the way that you answered that question, because so many times our mind will go, yeah, I have a dream, and then we squash that real quick. Because truth be told, I know everyone that's watching this video right now has a dream, and yet so many dreams never are fulfilled in our lifetime. You know, it's said that the cemetery is the biggest place of unfulfilled hopes and dreams. So I'm making this video in order to help, I guess, bring some more dreams into reality where they belong, that you don't die with your dream in you. And so last week, a week ago today, I did my first tandem skydive. And to start with, I've had several dreams where I dream in full color, full awareness. I could feel the wind, and I've done it 3 times in my dreams. So for me it was like something I really wanted to accomplish, because the vision that I had looking out, falling from the sky, was amazing. And so I wanted that to come true. Yet I'm 45 years old, never had that happen. Why? Well, because a lot of times we just put our dreams up in our head with the thought that, well, that's nice, and you know, it'll probably never happen. And the number one reason for me would be fear of heights. And so last birthday I had, last January, my beautiful wife gave me the gift of a skydive. And I have to be honest with you, when I opened up the coupon to go skydiving, I was immediately filled with fear. I don't know if I showed that back then, but it was kind of like, oh my gosh, like my dream might actually come true. And that means that's good, but at the same time I have to fight all this fear, and maybe I'm really not that strong, and maybe it should just stay up in my head as a dream. So that was last January. Now understand, last week was November 14th, so it took a long time to get there. And I want to share with you how I got there. Because technically, I'll be honest with you, there's parts of my mind that was like, well, maybe I'll just kind of let this go, and, you know, oh shucks, it didn't happen. So I know we all have dreams, and some dreams are big dreams, life-changing dreams, although they all can be, and some are small. And I want to say that the big or the smallness of your dream is held in the dreamer itself. So for many, skydiving may not be that big of a dream. Maybe you're trying to create your own business. Maybe you're trying to be a better parent. Maybe you're trying to get that new job that you've always wanted and never seemed to get. Or maybe it's a relationship. So the bigness or the smallness of a dream really doesn't matter. So just keep that in mind. The other thing is we're all going to have fear that no matter what the thought is, there's going to be thoughts of how I can't get it done. I personally don't know how to do it, so I guess it's just never going to happen. And that involves a little trusting in fear. Trusting in that the fear I'll get through the fear. And understand too that it takes a lot of focus. So here it is, the birthday, that was January. I was working in a new job last year. I was extremely busy, and of course being in January, not the ideal time to skydive, even in sunny Las Vegas. So I figured I'd go sometime in the spring. That didn't happen, conveniently. Then of course it was summer here, and definitely didn't want to go skydiving at 110 degrees. That was my excuse. Of course, these are all excuses. I could have done it any time, but those were my excuses. And so it's been whittling down, and finally like, okay, I really want to do this. Now, I live by the ideal that our thoughts co-create our reality. What I mean by that is whatever focus we have is what's going to show up in our world. So when I first went to book the appointment to skydive, I kept running into problems. First they weren't answering the phone, then it was I had to go through a separate third-party agency to book the skydive. That literally took 3 weeks to get done. I was concerned that it might be too cold even in November here in Vegas. All this stuff kept happening, yet in the back of my mind I kept holding the image of the dream. I kept seeing myself through my eyes in my dream with that vision of the earth from a way that I just wanted to experience. And so it got closer, and one of the ways I deal with certain things is to kind of just put it in the background and let each day unfold by itself. And so I would partly distract myself by going through my regular routine of my day with my family, my work, my 2 children, and the day gets closer and closer. And it was interesting because the night before, my family kept asking me if I was nervous, and I was in a way, in the sense that I was almost kind of so nervous I was calm. I was ready to do it in my mind, and I got to the point where I realized that I was going to do whatever it took to get that view that I had in my dream. And so Saturday morning, last Saturday, I woke up and we had to drive to Mesquite. It's about a 45-minute drive. And all the way there, I was almost even questioning myself. Why am I not more nervous? And I have to tell you, all before, again, I was terrified all the way up until. But yet it seems that there was a point to where I almost knew it was going to happen, and I knew that I was going to be okay. We pulled onto the site, the skydiving site, and I walked over to the hangar and realized there was like, I don't know, probably 15 other people that had just got done skydiving, and it wasn't so scary because in my head, my mind kept going to of course, the extreme worst scenario, which would be I'm going to fall out of the sky and die. And as almost unrealistic as that sounds, that's what we do all the time with our dreams. We go to the worst scenarios, scare the crap out of ourselves to the point where we're not going to want to do it. And so that was kind of a relief. Like, yeah, these people are doing this for a job. Obviously, it's scary. But and then my mind went to a place that I could almost rationalize that fear was like it's almost like a roller coaster. It's scary, but you know you're going to be okay. People do it all the time. And so I kept using that, and I kept, again, working on, and this is the key, anytime a negative thought would come in, I would focus on the sense that that is not part of the reality of the dream that I had. I didn't have any fear in my head. I didn't have any fear while I was dreaming that dream. And so I would just simply push that out of the way, meaning that wasn't my thought to belong to. I wasn't going to grab hold and say, yes, this is me. So it was kind of interesting. We had to go and come back. They were a little behind. And I just kept getting in a better place of calmness and just staying, you hear the expression maybe, stay in the now. And again, what that meant is right now where I stand, I'm fine. I'm not falling out of a plane, so any other thoughts of fear have nothing to do with where I'm at right now. I'm okay right now. Even though my dream hasn't manifested, I'm on my way to my dream, and I'm okay right now. And so I get back, and I was expecting some kind of a training that was going to last a while, and literally when I got back, it was step into the harness. And so I stepped into the harness, and my skydiving, the guy I was doing it with, the tandem guy, zips me all up, and there I am standing, and I'll share with you the video and some pictures of me before and during and after. And so I'm okay, I got this on, I'm waiting for the training, and he pulls out like a wheel or gurney, like you kind of use almost like to go under a car to work on it, and he kind of lays down, and this is what I want you to be like, get down. So I do that, and he's like, that's pretty much it. And then, again, in the head, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this is all you're going to tell me when we're falling out of a plane? And yet, stay in the now. Any other thought that was like, okay, he knows what he's doing. Trust it. You got to go with the flow. And then all of a sudden, he's like, okay, you ready? And he follow me. And I walk away, and I realize I didn't even kiss my family goodbye. And we go to the plane. And small plane, to the point where, like, my head was right here on the top of the plane. I'm sitting on a bench. He's behind me, and there was one other tandem skydivers, and then 2 singles. And so here we go, and I'm just being calm, staying in the now. Right now, even sitting on this plane, I'm fine. And I'm sitting a foot away from a roll-up door that's fiberglass, and that's the door we're going to jump out of. And I just remained calm. Again, focusing on that I was going to do whatever it took to get my vision, to create that dream in my head that I've had 3 times into a reality. And so we're going up the whole way, and part of my head's going, you're going to be jumping out of a plane in a minute. And then I turned the fear, something I learned from Wayne Dyer, was to turn fear into curiosity. And so I kept just saying, okay, I'm curious, what is this going to be like? Is it going to be exactly like my dream? Is it going to be terrifying? What's it going to be like? And so in a very short time, we're at our altitude. The single guy first rolls up the door. And again, thought in my head, but it was interesting because it was a calm thought. It was a, wow, like this guy's really going to throw himself out of a plane for fun. I wonder how that's going to be. So at that point, you know, I can't say that there wasn't fear, but I focused more on the curiosity of it. So he and this other woman were going to jump together, and they jump. So again, the thoughts in my mind were, now understand, I keep going back to the thoughts in my mind was, because often we short sell ourselves. In meaning like, I think it's going to be like this, and if it doesn't show up like this, it's wrong, it's not my dream, it's not part. And one of the other philosophies I use to help get me through is that everything that shows up in my life, everything is for my best and highest good. So even that fear, even the weird thoughts, even the way I was feeling, it was all good. And so they jump out of the plane ahead of me. And again, so my thoughts were, oh, this is going to take a little minute to get down in position and, you know, I'll have time. And he's like, okay, scoot forward, which is all of about a foot, as I told you before. And now all of a sudden, I'm on the ground or on the floor of the plane. My feet are hanging out into the midair, right? And there was a thought in my head for half a second that my feet are dangling out of a plane. This is kind of crazy. And then he's like, okay, head back. And then whoosh, next thing I know, I'm tumbling out of a plane. That part for the first about 2 seconds was terrifying because you actually feel like you're falling. And I will be honest that I did close my eyes for a few seconds there. And then he kind of, I don't know if he tapped me on purpose or whatnot, but I opened my eyes and there was the dream. There was no fear at that point because you don't really feel like you're falling. I know that sounds weird, but you feel, you know, you're falling flat like this towards the earth and you feel the wind. And I'm sure those of you that have skydived know what I'm talking about, but you don't really feel like you're falling anymore, which I'm sure is why they have those meters on their arms, because you could probably get caught up in the amazing view. It was just, you know, it's indescribable. It was amazing to know that I was doing it. It was amazing to know that I wasn't afraid. It was amazing to know that I had stopped myself for so many years of experiencing the dream that I had in my head. And, you know, parachute opened safely, landed safely. I would do it again. And so I want to share that with you because, you know, it's kind of a small dream in a sense of some other bigger things that I want to do. But what it has done now is become a huge stepping stone of experience, of wisdom. And remember, wisdom is the use of knowledge. Knowledge is the ideas and thoughts in our head, right, where our dreams are. Yet if we don't have that personal experience in life, then I really have no wisdom about that. See, I know about that, but I don't know of it until I use it. And so what I recommend to you is to, well, enjoy the pictures and video of me falling out of the sky. It was fun. The only screams you will hear of joy, and at some point I couldn't even scream anymore because my mouth was so dry. I was just in awe. He kept trying to get me to do this and stuff, but I didn't want to take my eyes off the view. It was so amazing. And so I hope this video encourages you, inspires you to do a big, a small dream, whatever it is, to motivate you, to let you know it can happen. I mean, what better time is there than now to get it done? We're coming up on the end of the year of 2015. And as a life and spiritual coach, I would be more than excited to personally share my wisdom, my experience with you as a life coach, to help you reach your goals in life, to help you reach your dreams in life, no matter what it is, to get peace of mind, clarity, focus. It's what I enjoy more than anything. And so I'm happy to share this with you, and know that everything is happening for your best and highest good. Namaste. Good luck. Please remember to visit me at my website, thecleardesire.com. And now, here's actual video from my skydive. remember to jump into your dreams.
What do you mean both?
Still in.
Yeah, it's my paper.
Oh, you do both?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's happening?
Hey.
All dressed up, skydive mesquite, jumping out of an airplane.
Yes.
Just because.
Gotta live life fully.
Yeah, and this guy, what do you think about this? Good answer. How about you? Mom, I take it?
I'm ready.
You're ready?
She's the one that bought it for me.
Oh,
Ready to
yeah?
go.
Nice. You wanted to see your husband's back to a strange guy, huh?
Healthy insurance policy.
Yeah. A little creepy there, but okay, that works. Do you have any family or anybody that didn't make it out today you want to say hi to?
Mom, Dad, Chris, Steve, Josh, and everybody that follows me on Facebook and everywhere else. Gotta live life fully.
Cool, man. I'm Rocco. I'll be taking him. We're going to take you on a plane flight of 13,000 feet. I'm going to strap you to me real nice and tight and throw you out an airplane today.
Yes.
See you out there. Peace out. Here we go. Right here. What'd you think?
That was the scariest shit I've ever done in my life, but awesome.
You did it.
Awesome.
Welcome to the sky, my friend. Good job.